Welcome back to Take Two. This is Raquel, and we are talking about something very deep here. I don't think I've shared this story. I probably shared it in a different video of this series, but I'm still in technically season one because I know it's a New Year's has definitely came and gone for like the man-made New Year, but I haven't experienced like the actual New Year yet. I think that's later, and we're in March right now, so it's coming up. But I I through this process, because I've been seeing so many videos saying like 2024 is your year, 2024 is your year, and I felt like 2024 was my year, and I'm like, okay, ooh, that didn't feel good. I kept getting shot at, not literally, but I'm just like, I was just like, wait a minute, I thought this was my year. What am I still doing with this? There's still things that I needed to learn to prepare me for my next chapter. Mind you, I said a lot of things are changing in my life, and I do not know how yet because I've planted so many seeds and I don't know what's going to sprout first. So, and I'm not trying to write the script for it because I'm not trying to, write it for the Lord, because I'd rather have the Lord write it for me and my angels and ancestors, because I know it's going to be good, better than what I can even imagine. So I'm not going to put any water on it. I'm just going to be like, you know what? Y'all got it. But low key, I'm a little nervous down here. 3D can be scary. Okay, we still got bills. You know, but yeah, I was January, I was just like, I ain't feeling it. February, it started off great, and then I thought something was gonna get completed and, worked out around my birthday, but it didn't. But that's what happens when you try to write the script, because you end up being disappointed sometimes. So you just got to go with the flow. And I hate when people say that. You just got to go with the flow and let be. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of it. And from somebody who's been like a past controlling person, it was really hard. And for the past like 3 years, 2, 3 years, I really had to learn how to let go and let God. And I didn't really understand that concept until going through my spiritual awakening and going through like, your girl's been unemployed, no money's coming in, like, what are we doing? Two getting two part-time jobs, and then actually one almost being a full-time job, and still working a part-time job, and still barely making it by. And you just have to make a decision. And decisions in your life, I promise you this is leading somewhere. Decisions in your life is your decisions. Now, nobody else has the same conversation with whomever you pray to. Okay? We're only seeing it on the outside. So when I think about, which I really don't think about anymore, and it took me a long time to do that, I really don't care what people think. I don't. I'm just here to share what I've learned in this season of my life. I've learned not to care what people think, and sometimes my pivot is a very hard pivot, and not a lot of people understand. And that's okay, because it's not for them to understand, it's for me to understand. And that's even with family. Like, my mom's the biggest cheerleader. She doesn't always know like in depth what's going on with me, but she knows that I'm okay, and that's all that matters to her. When you find that support system where you don't have to go in great detail of like what's going on, um, that's the best, because somehow they always know that you're going to handle it. It's fine, you always come up on top. You got to have that good support team. Now, originally I created this video because my dad, who has passed away, I remember having this dream about him, and I was just looking at him, and he's just like, Raquel, are you happy, or is your soul happy? And that blew my mind. I was just like, oh, I didn't know there was two versions of happiness. And I took from that as surface level happiness. Like, on the outside, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, everything was fine. I had a husband, I had a job, um, I had friends. I had more friends than I do now, but I I was not happy, like internally. And that's what he meant. He's like, your soul needs to be happy. And we are accustomed in this world that that does not matter. Like life doesn't work that way. Or, it's not that easy. But it is. I really had to look at my life and be like, wow, none of this is making me happy. I wanted to be in marketing so bad, but I worked for a horrible. It wasn't all good or bad. I played a part in it because I was actually unhealed. I kept on trying to show my worth and nobody was seeing me, and I felt unseen. So I felt personally attacked, especially my third boss that actually let me go um, was not a healed person either. So it was just like combative. But at the same time, through this process of healing, I figured out what really makes me happy. Being creative makes me happy. Now, there's a balance. I believe one day that my work, I will just get paid to exist. But I actually know what true abundance is. It's not just financial, because if anybody knew my situation, they would literally say, like, oh, that's nothing but God only getting you through this. I'll be like, yes, exactly. Only but God has been getting me through this. And it's so true because I'm like, only God has got me covered, okay? Just saying. Um, but no, I really had to think, like, what is a priority? What makes me happy? And that was the hardest question that I had to answer because I used to seek happiness outside of myself, things, material, people, and I latched on. I'm like, if I do this for somebody, that's there, I know they're gonna stay. If I do this, if I help, like that shows my worth. Like I really had to stop doing that because nobody was filling my cup at the end of the day, and they thought they were, but I just realized I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing left. So when I was really down, I lost my job and I was applying, and nobody was there. Not even my husband at the time. I really had to be like, okay, there's something that I need to heal. So it took me a while to say what I really wanted and not be scared of it. Because the things that you actually want is for a reason. So I made sure, and I will forever make sure my soul is happy. Because that's who we are. We're soul. This is just a vessel. This is why I can't stand surface level conversations. I really can't. Like it does not excite me. I'm sorry. It really doesn't. And I'm not saying that I have to be deep every time we have the conversation. That's not what I mean. Like I'm not here for gossip. I'm not here for petty stuff like the tit for tat or like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I just I'm not here for that. And there's different types of communication on how healed you are. Like sometimes you can just literally just be in the presence of somebody and have a conversation without even talking. I know it's weird, but yeah. But at the end of the day, my soul is happy. And yes, not everything is perfect. Not everything is how I need it to be to actually have that deep inhale of relief yet. But to know that I finally organically answered my question, if my soul is happy, I can honestly, truly say yes. And I'm 32 years old, and I finally was able to answer that question. So I'm very proud, and I am not going to cry on the internet anymore. So, thank you for watching this 9-minute video. Okay, bye.